Hello everyone, welcome to Audio Tea Time with me, Dave. Man, I have a great song and a great production for you in this video. I'm going to break it all down. You're going to see everything that was done. This song was written by my very good friend Ricky Howard for the 2020 Rendezvous Series 2 soundtrack. If you haven't watched that, go and watch it. Link is in the description. This song is called Foxes. When he gave it to me, it was a guitar, a vocal, a synth string pad and some programmed drums, and you'll hear where we took it to. It just sounds absolutely great. Originally it was mixed for the soundtrack back in the day, all in the box, but I wanted to hear if I could do a much better job with all my stuff here and in a better room, and man, all of this makes such a difference. I'm so pleased with the sound of this mix, so check it out. It's got some guests on it. You'll find out about that during the video. You can hear the song at first, then I do the breakdown of it. The multi-track is in the description. You get a link to that so you can download it and play with it and everything like that. And I want to thank Liam Hardy for the tea bags and the mug for my birthday, and also Mike Penninger for the 2 SM57s he gave me as a donation to the studio. Thank you very much. Now check out this song.
Seen the news today. It's not looking good. Everyone's going crazy now, but we knew that they would, 'cause it's what they love to do. Well, how have you been? You've not much to say. Just turn off your TVs and you'll be okay. We'll blame it on the media today. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they fade away. News today, it's the same old shit. People falling for the latest lie, and it's making them rich. Yeah, it's just what they do. One day they'll disappear. Hopefully they won't return. I hope your rags go up in flames and we'll watch as they burn. We'll blame it on
So the first thing I did was reprint some of the multitrack through my outboard equipment. I started with the vocals. The vocals went through a Bluey 500 and one of the IGS 1LA LA2A style compressors. Because I've got two of each of these, I can print them two at a time, and that's exactly what I did. I also put a UVEQ before and after so that I could trim the level and do a bit of EQ.
It's not looking good. Everyone's going crazy now, but we knew that they would. 'Cause it's what they love to do. Well, how have you been? You've not much to say. Just turn off your TVs and you'll be okay. We'll blame it on the media today.
All of these vocal channels were bused to a vocal bus.
It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up.
First thing in the vocal bus chain was Smart DS,
If I could tell you,
followed by an instance of Smart EQ.
we'll blame it on.
And then I ran a tape simulator over the whole vocal bus. The throw vocals were courtesy of the CLA Vocals plugin by Waves.
One day they'll disappear, and hopefully they won't return.
I've got two different delays. One is a very short delay that's on all the time, and one is a quarter note delay which comes on in the choruses. Both of these are IK Multimedia's Delay Lab.
It's gonna be
And finally, a plate reverb by IK Multimedia, the Fame Studio reverb, with quite a bit of pre-delay and a fairly long decay time.
to say. We'll blame it on the media until they fade away.
The acoustic guitar is double tracked, and then for a section at the beginning of the first verse, it's cut to a different track where it's got a flanger on it. The main acoustic guitar was reprinted through my Blackline Audio LA2A style compressors. And once again, I used a UVEQ before and after for a bit of pre and post emphasis and the trim pot. So there's an acoustic piano and an electric piano. The acoustic piano plays pretty much all the way through the song, with the exception of the first bit of the first verse where it's just the electric piano with a phaser on it to kind of match the acoustic guitar with the flanger. Both of these pianos were reprinted through the Blackline Audio LA2A style compressors, and from memory I think I used a mid-side encoder and then decoder each side of that so that I could use one compressor to compress the mids and the other LA2A to compress the sides. Sounded pretty cool, and it worked in the track. The first verse also has a distorted, modulated and delayed sine wave, which sounds really, really cool under both the electric piano and the acoustic piano. It really gives a spacey sound, and if I'm being honest, I kind of nicked the idea from a song called He Thought of Cars by Blur, which is on The Great Escape. The acoustic at the beginning there's got some modulation on it and has got this kind of sine wave type thing in the background, so that's where I nicked that from. There's a synth string pad that plays through a lot of the song. It's very mid-scooped, very wide. It was reprinted through the Blackline Audio LA2A style compressors. I think I did the mid-side the same as I did with the piano. And it kind of just fills in some space and again makes it sound a little bit spacey. It's really not that loud in the mix, but it certainly has its place. The bass is a DI and it's copied to 2 different tracks, one of which is clean. And the other of which is a bit dirty. It has a Leslie simulator on it to give some modulation, and that concentrates more on the upper mids, whereas the clean channel is more about the warmth and the bottom end. Blended together, I think they sound really nice and they make the bass stand out without it sounding pokey. Guitar-wise, there's a pair of Hendrixy style rhythm guitars. Then there's this weeping guitar with a vibrato on it that reminds me a little bit of George Harrison. Maybe not, but that's what I had in mind anyway. Right now I'm going to let it just play for a bit, just the drums, the bass, the acoustic guitar, the piano and the guitars, but none of the vocals, none of the brass, none of the strings or synths or anything like that. Really just sounds like a band properly having it, you know. It sounds powerful. I really like listening to it this kind of stripped down without any of the other stuff. Okay, this does sound like Pictures of Matchstick Men by Status Quo, but who cares? It works in the song. The bass drum is a mix of a trigger and the outside bass drum mic. It's going through the first channel of the left SSL Big 6 desk, and in the insert is the SSL B Dynamics and the first SSL EEQ. The snare drum was printed through one of the IGS 1LA LA2A style compressors. I really love doing that to a snare. And then it ends up on the second channel of the left-hand SSL Big 6 desk and goes through the second B Dynamics and the second SSL EQ. The snare also triggers a room sample, which ends up on the same channel output as the room mics. These drums weren't recorded in my studio. There was only a mono overhead and a shell mic, or a sausage mic. I panned them a bit just to get a bit of stereo image, and it sounded quite nice. It's unconventional, and I'd rather have had a stereo pair of overheads, but it worked. The room mics were a pair of AKG 414s. And for a centre mic, I used my Rode K2. Together, they sound a bit like this. Once I had a drum mix that I liked, I printed that back to a stereo track and trashed it with the IK Multimedia Compressor. This goes throughout the song, but at the beginning it's full volume, and for the rest of the song it's minus 15 dB. It's just adding a little bit of energy in the background. No track is complete without a shaker and a tambourine. The drums as a bus go through the first UVEQ and then into the Wes Audio Dione and then into the third UVEQ, so I can do pre and post compression, EQ and trim. There's only one tom fill and then the toms play through the second verse, so I chop them out rather than gating them. They end up on channels 3 and 4 on the SSL Big 6 desk. And the inserts on those channels go to the SSL E-Dynamics and the Harrison EQs. The drum bus compression isn't crazy. I'm not using any of the THD in the Wes Audio Dione. It's only a 2:1 ratio. I've got 150Hz high pass filter on the side chain, and I mix a tiny bit of the dry signal back in for that upward compression effect. When I was 10 years old, I saw the Rolling Stones play at Wembley Stadium, and playing with the Rolling Stones in the brass section was a guy called Paul Litteral, who I'm very proud to say is now a friend of mine, and he played on this with his brass section and they did a fantastic job. A little bit of delay and reverb from IK Multimedia's Delay Lab and their Fame Studio plate. I love those plugins. And finally, it's time to drop in the vocals.
It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are.
Let's not forget, there's loads of stuff going on the master bus. I've got my SSL Fusion. I've got my SSL Bus Plus that runs in the insert of the Fusion. And then finally, on the end, I've got the IGS Tubecore mastering compressor in mid-side mode. And I also have the SSL UVEQ, the final one in the 500 series rack of UVEQs. That's also on my master bus. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe.